Hello, fourth grade. Continue doing some conversions today, but today we're going to talk about units of time. So go ahead and make this the title of your next free page, and when you're all set, close it up and concentrate with me. So far we've been doing questions within the metric system, converting units in the metric system, like this one. Dr. Dober bikes about 11 kilometers to and from school. How many meters is that? And so if I use my King Henry mnemonic, King Henry died, base, drinking chocolate milk, then I would say, okay, 11 kilometers, that's K. K is for kilo. 11 kilometers, and I want to know how many meters that is. That's the base. Then I would just move down my metric chart. 10 hectometers in a kilometer. And then 10 decameters in a hectometer. And then 10 meters in a decameter. And I would bike 11,000 meters to and from work. So that's, and all the metric ones have just been great because all you're ever doing is multiplying by 10. And that's a great thing about the metric system. So unfortunately, units of time don't work that way. I put up here a lot of common conversions for time. 1 minute is 60 seconds. Those are equal. 1 hour is 60 minutes. Those are equal. 1 day is 24 hours. So I can go from seconds to minutes, minutes to hours, hours to days. And then depending on if you're talking about like a school week or a whole week, you know, a week is either 5 days or 7 days, depending on what you're talking about. A month is either 31 days or 30 days, or sometimes even 28 days, depending on what month you're talking about, or even 29 is possible. And then 1 year is 12 months. So all these conversions, but they're not like the metric system. It's not times 10, times 10, times 10, times 10. We had 60, 24, 12, 30, 5, 7. So they're not quite as simple to do as the metric system one, but they're not too hard. So let's do this example here first. So this is just going to take a one-step conversion. So 1 school day is 7 hours. How many minutes long is a school day? So I would want to use this conversion here. I know a number of hours. I want to convert to minutes. So I know that hours convert to minutes. Not times 10, I wish it were, but 60 minutes make an hour, so it's going to be times 60. It's a little tougher. So I'm starting with 7 hours. And so if 1 hour is 60 minutes, 1 times 60 is 60. 7 hours times 60 minutes is, I'll use an area model to multiply. 6 in the tens place, 0 in the ones place. 7 times 60. 6 times 7 is 42, and a 0. 7 times 0 is 0. And so it looks like a school day is 420 minutes long. Seems like longer than that, doesn't it? So a 7-hour school day, if I convert that to minutes, 420 minutes is the same amount of time as 7 hours. All right? Sometimes you have to do more than one change. So I want to show you one like this. Here's all your units again. You don't have to necessarily memorize these. Usually the units will be given to you on questions you have to answer. You just have to know how to do it. So Josiah's going to the beach for 2 weeks. How many hours will he be at the beach? So I'm going to have to make a double move here. I can go from weeks to days. And then I can go from days to hours. But I can't go straight from week to hours. I don't know that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say days, weeks, times 7 is going to show me how many days. And then days times 24 is going to show me how many hours. There are 7 days in a week, and there are 24 hours in a day. So I'm going to have to do 2 conversions here. So he's going for 2 weeks, and I'm going to work my way down my chart. So the first thing I have to do is 2 times 7. That I can do in my head. He'll be at the beach for 14 days. And then 14 days times 24 hours per day. 14 times 24 is, let's see, 2 times 1 is 2, 0, 0. 2 times 4 is 8, 1, 0. 4 times 1 is 4, 1, 0. And 4 times 4 is 16. So he's going to be at the beach for this many hours. 6, 8, 12, 13, 336 hours he'll be at the beach. What a life. Pretty good. So that was a 2-step conversion from weeks to days, then from days to hours. He'll be there 336 hours. All right, open up your math notebook. Let's do a couple together. So first thing I want you to do on the we do is write down some of these common units here. A week could also be 5 days, depending on what you're talking about. A month can also be 28 or 29 days, depends on the month. And so all these are common conversions here at the top that I want you to know. Not so much memorize, but just be familiar with them. All right. And our first conversion, this will just be a 1-step conversion where we just have to make one move. It says most elementary school students sleep for about 9 hours each night. How many minutes is that? So I want to go from hours to minutes. And I have a conversion for hours to minutes. So I know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. So hours times 60 is going to be minutes. And let's see how many minutes you usually sleep. So we're starting from 9. So I have 9 hours, and I want to convert that to minutes. So 9 times 60 is 9 times 6 is 54. And a 0. 9 times 0 is 0. And it looks like the average elementary school student sleeps for 540 minutes each night. All right, that's a 1-step conversion. And after you've written that one down, let's go ahead and do a 2 also, so you have that practice. So all the stuff at the top is the same. No need to rewrite the top. So let's talk about Rico. Rico's going to spend the entire month of June at his grandparents' house. How many hours will that be? So I want to go from months to start, and I want to convert to hours. But I don't have months to hours. I have months to days. Oops, that's weeks to days. I have months to days. So I'm going to have to do that first. So I'm going to need days. And then I have days to hours here. 2. So he's going to spend the entire month of June. June, if you don't know, is a 30-day month. So he's going to spend 1 month, right? Just the month of June. And I'm going to multiply that by 30 days. So he's going to spend 30 days at his grandparents' house. And then there are 24 hours in a day. So I'm going to take those 30 days and multiply them by 24 hours. So 30 times 24. I guess I'll do the 0 here. It's not going to be anything over there because 20 times 0 is 0, and 4 times 0 is 0. And let's see, 2 times 3 is 6, 0, 0, for my powers of 10. 4 times 3 is 12, 0, and those add up to 720 hours with Grandma and Grandpa after a two-step conversion from months to days, then days to hours. Okay? So that's how it works. It's not as easy and simple as the metric system, unfortunately. King Henry is pretty nice. The metric system's real easy and fast to convert. Once you get to the customary system, it takes a lot more math. But it's still the same idea, so hopefully not too bad. If you need to go back over any of these examples again, please, 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 please do. Otherwise, see you tomorrow.